Hello, hello. People are like, this isn't Vance. What the hell? He has hair. Not as good of a beard though. Let me admit, I'm still working on it. But yeah, here I'm gonna wait for people to come in, and we will get started. So, actually, you know what? I'm gonna move the webcam. Sorry, I don't know where to put the webcam. I think here, down here. Does that work good? I think that works good. Okay. Okay, well, I'm gonna get started on this presentation because I've been very excited about this for some reason. So, um, hi, I'm Sean Reimer. I don't rhyme. I play Sanders on Constar, and fairly I wouldn't say big part of this channel, but I don't know, fun part of this channel. And I had a grade 12 project in math, where I had to make I had to like apply an algebra algorithm, or like a cubic function or something. I honestly don't remember, to something in real life. So I decided to do this. My very edgy, what will the ratings be for Doctor Who at the end of the 13th Doctor's tenure? And you can see that I used a different font, because the existing font didn't work with numbers. So yeah, I tried to make it look like the title sequence, because I'm big into Doctor Who title sequences. But so this was my PowerPoint presentation, and I found this on my old computer, and I put it on a flash drive, and I was like, oh, I gotta look through this. So I'm just gonna see if anyone else is in here. Okay, well, we'll figure it out. Okay, I'm just gonna go. I think I'm gonna go ahead with this. So I have not looked at this project since grade 12, which was 4 years ago for me. So 4 years ago for me. How about that? So this is going to be a trip down memory lane. I will tell you, I got 95% on this project, so I did exceptionally well, and I suck at math. I suck at math even more now. This isn't going to be a math lesson. I'm going to tell you right now. This is not at all going to be a math lesson, because I've forgotten all of it. So if there's any mathematicians out there, my work is correct. It's just I don't know how I got it. I can't show my work. Or I have shown my work in this. Let's just start. Anyone else in here? Oh, we got a viewer. Oh boy. Okay, here. We're going to start. Okay. So again, I have not seen this at all. This was solely me stoned off my ass yesterday and being like, oh my god, I gotta live stream this. And so thank you to Vance for letting me live stream this. I won't take up too much of anyone's time. But what will the ratings be for Doctor Who at the end of the 13th Doctor's tenure? And I have some sources that we're going to go over. So, some background information for those who don't know. Although we're all geeks on this channel, so but we do come from different backgrounds and everything when it comes to being a geek. So some of you may not be familiar with Doctor Who. If you're not familiar with Doctor Who is a British science fiction show which ran from 1963 to 1989 for the classic series, and is currently ran since 2005 for its revived series. Since the show was brought back, the ratings have steadily declined. There have been 12 incarnations of the lead character, the Doctor. The goal is to see what the ratings will be at the end of the 13th Doctor's tenure, and when they will reach the low ratings the classic series reached in 1989 upon its cancellation. So the goal of this, at the time, and this was before the 13th Doctor even was announced. They announced that Peter Capaldi was leaving, so that's why this came to be because I want to see, possibly what the ratings might be. So that button. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Before we begin, we must know how many series in the UK. That's what they're called. I was actually very smart for including that. Of the show will star the third. Hold on. Sorry, I didn't word this right. I don't think. We must know how many seasons of the show will star the 13th actor to play the Doctor. That doesn't make any sense. I'm surprised I got a good mark on this. The grammar's terrible. Peter Capaldi, the actor who played the 12th Doctor, announced that his last episode of the show will be this Christmas, which means the 13th Doctor will start their tenure in 2018 for Series 11. And that was true. I predicted that. Well, no. I think that was announced, and it was just kind of common sense. Because I remember watching half of season or Series 11 with my girlfriend at the time, and that was rough. So, therefore, we must calculate on average how long each actor stays on the show to estimate how long the 13th Doctor will be on the show. We will be excluding the 8th Doctor and the War Doctor, as they only appeared in the TV movie and the 50th anniversary special, respectively. So, and this is not including the Jo Martin's Doctor either, because she's a special case, and I like her Doctor though. Okay, this one. So we have a nice table here of the main actors who have played the Doctor, excluding the 8th Doctor, because, again, like I said. So for William Hartnell, the first Doctor, we have 4 series. Patrick Troughton, we have 3 series. So I was calculating this by series and not years. So that's why the years might look a little off. We have John Pertwee, 5 series. We have Tom Baker, 7 series. We have Peter Davison, 3 series. Colin Baker, 2. Sylvester McCoy, 3. Christopher Eccleston, 1. I might be meeting him this year, which is really, really exciting. So I'm really looking forward to meeting the 9th Doctor. David Tennant, we got 3 years. Matt Smith, 3 years. And Peter Capaldi, guess what? 3 years. Or 3 series, my bad. So, calculation across the nation. I was very joke heavy with this PowerPoint because I was not doing this for fun. Now that we know the 13th Doctor's final season will likely be Series 13, irony, because I think I calculated the average, which I should have saw, or I should have added. So I think it was close to 3. And hey, that prediction was actually true because Jodie Whittaker announced her departure from the show, which... Here, one sec. There's my source. No, thank you. Leave the show in 2022. Series 13 will be her last series. So high school me predicted that, which is pretty cool. So here are the ratings in the millions for the revived series of Doctor Who. So you can see, started out really strong. It peaked around Series 4, which was the last series with David Tennant. The show really took off with David Tennant. I would argue Matt Smith brought the show to a wider audience, but David Tennant was statistically better in terms of the ratings. Once Matt Smith came, ratings started to drop a bit. Peter Capaldi showed up, and yeah, they started falling quite a bit. And the ratings are actually much worse than this now, and I'll get to that. Okay, so what I did is I put that into a calculator, that graph or that table, and I plotted it on an x-axis and then I calculated the slope and the cubic function of the curve, and the equation for that curve came out to this. So it was a cubic regression, and that was well, I can't move my mouse to show you, but you can see y equals ax to the you get all that. I don't even know how to pronounce that anymore, but that translates to a revived series rating equation down at the bottom, which I can use to calculate what the future will hold for Doctor Who, considering a purely mathematical calculation, a purely mathematical prediction. Values rounded to the nearest 10,000th, by the way. So now we can find the ratings on the y-axis, or axis. I can't say axis today. Now we can find the ratings y for the 13th series X. So you go along the x-axis and you find 13, and then you go along the y-axis and then you figure out y and where they intersect. And so therefore I calculated that the estimated ratings for the 13th Doctor's final season will reach a average of 1.75 million viewers. Now, obviously, the 13th series isn't out yet, so I don't think it'll be this low. I really don't. This is purely mathematical. But how bad's the damage? The classic series of Doctor Who was canceled in 1989 once it reached an average of 4.19 million viewers in its final season. The show was on for 26 seasons before it was canceled. How long will it take the revived series to hit that number? By making 4.19 million our Y2, we can find that out. So I put that along the curve, and I calculated that it will reach the nearest whole series to reach that record low is series 12. Now, I'm going to show you something else. So remember, 4.19 million in series 12 is what I predicted. If you go to our series 12 calculator here, you can see it's actually gotten worse. It was actually worse than that. So, and actually, technically the number was 11.5. So halfway through series 11, but it took a little bit longer, but it's gotten steadily close to that in series 12. So, and then consolidated, you know, that's another statistic. I'm just thinking overnight ratings. These were overnight ratings that I took into account here. So, how are you guys doing, by the way? Hello, Matt. How's it going? This is a weird video, I know. Okay. Head back to our keynote here. So it'll match that record low viewing rating in series 12, and it's already dipped past that for series 12, which is really sad. I hope Doctor Who can figure it out. The results. The revived series of Doctor Who has failed to reach the record ratings the classic series did during the 1970s, and it's predicted to reach record low ratings in the next 3 series. These ratings include streams online, which disproves the theory that the BBC is only looking at ratings from cable. Okay, so it might include consolidated, but still, they're very, very similar. The good news is that these ratings are only for the UK, and since Doctor Who has become very popular all over the world, the worldwide ratings are likely much higher. I don't have the worldwide ratings. Yeah, I just have the UK ones from doctorwho.tv.com or whatever the site is. Why are the ratings dropping? So this is where it gets pretty subjective, and it's a cool time capsule to see my mindset on Doctor Who back in high school, because now it's much different. The ratings began to drop after the departure of the 10th Doctor, David Tennant, after Series 4. He was hugely popular with many teenage girls who felt alienated once the show changed lead actors a 10th time. So, I don't... If I were to change that, I don't think just teenage girls. I was being really angsty and weird. David Tennant is a fantastic actor. I think he did a bang-up job playing the Doctor. I have his trench coat. I have his Sonic. I tried his hair for a long time. Not doing that anymore. So And considering the show was still very new in its revived series, people hadn't really experienced a regeneration. Like my mom was very surprised by it. Even though they went through one with Eccleston, this one hit a lot harder, I feel. The ratings dropped much faster with the introduction of the 12th Doctor, Peter Capaldi, the oldest actor to play the Doctor since William Hartnell in 1963. I also have a picture of me with Peter Capaldi, which is pretty cool over there. Many new fans since 2005 were used to the Doctor looking like a young man, even though he is a 2,000-year-old Time Lord. Sorry, they. I should have added a they, since they tend to regenerate into different sexes and possibly genders. You know, for all we know, we'll have a trans Doctor or a non-binary Doctor or something like that. That'll be interesting. Like, honestly, all I ask is the actor be good and the showrunner be good. Like, I don't want to cast based on sex or race or anything like that. I want them to be good, and I want them to bring a new spin to it and understand fundamentally the character of the Doctor. So the writing has also continued to decrease in quality since Stephen Moffat took over the lead writing spot in Series 5, who is known for his soap opera writing style of complicated plot lines that never connect and constantly killing and bringing back Clara Oswald, one of the most panned characters on the show. Okay. I was really mad at Stephen Moffat, but after going through Chris Chibnall, I need to I like some of Stephen Moffat's stuff. Not all of it, but I think Stephen Moffat is a very competent writer and a very, very good showrunner. Like, one thing I'll give Stephen Moffat credit for is that he had a vision, and he had a unique way of introducing each series of the show, and regenerating each series. So even if the actors were the same, which is really cool. Chris Chibnall, I don't think does that. The show is very generic right now, and for Doctor Who, that's sad. For a show about a 2,000-year-old Time Lord traveling in a police telephone box, that's disappointing. But I can see what I was thinking here, because I didn't know how bad it would get. The silver lining. As mentioned, the popularity of Doctor Who, especially overseas, has continued to increase as the show films in American locations much more frequently as of late. That is true. The BBC is also making it easier to watch the classic series of the show, so new fans can see that an older lead actor doesn't compromise any of the show's integrity. This is also true. Finally, with the instant internet feedback that wasn't available in the 1980s, the new showrunner Chris Chibnall can continue to improve the show, one that will continue to grow and evolve through time, no pun intended. If only I'd known about Chris Chibnall. I was very optimistic at the time with Jodie and Chris Chibnall. I'm happy they're leaving. I honestly am. You know, criticize me for that, but I don't like their version of Doctor Who. I know there's people that do. There's people where they feel it speaks to them, and you know what? That's great. I just, I miss when Doctor Who was a fairy tale. I miss when there were a few cliche moments. I miss the characters, and I miss the music. I really miss the music. Like the Murray Gold, like I miss you, buddy. I really do. I miss all that. So and then you got the references here. So yeah, not too many references. So that's my presentation. Yeah, weird video, weird stream, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was really fun to go through and take a trip down memory lane with you guys. So yeah, that's it. I thought the stream would be a little bit longer, but we'll end it here at 20 minutes because I want to see you guys react to it and see my very, very bad presentation skills, because I'm very thirsty. I'm gonna go drink something, I think, and slow down for a bit. So I'm Sean Reimer. I don't rhyme. Thanks for watching Vance's channel. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Check me out, Sean Reimer, on YouTube. I have my own channel, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the new season of Constar.